Hello and welcome to the Energy Blocks Masterclass on the 7 blocks that keep you from raising your vibe. I'm Debi Emerson, and I've been exploring the field of consciousness and helping others do the same for the past 25 years. I work in the realm of life force energy, and life force energy can be used interchangeably with spirit from the way I see things. Life force energy makes up everything that we experience in our physical world. So the chair you're sitting on, the computer you're typing on, everything is created from that source energy. I like to say that we're a little bit like a fish in the ocean, but rather than water, we live in a sea of energy. And just as the water in the ocean connects and surrounds everything within the ocean, the life force energy, spirit, connects and surrounds everything within our world. In a very literal sense, the phrase "we are connected" is true. There are energetic streamers of energy that connect us to everything. In fact, it's somewhat like a web, and the Native Americans called this the web of life. And they have many stories about grandmother spider or spider woman spinning the web of life. As you may have heard, we are made up of vibrating molecules, and we're basically a field of energy that's in constant motion. Quantum physics tells us that what we consider to be solid is really 99.99999% and beyond that, empty space. The collective consciousness of humanity is somewhat like a computer program. These many programs are running in the background from the time we're born until the time we die and beyond. And we are affected by these programs on a very deep level. Many of these programs inform us that we are weak and small and that we have very little control over the circumstances of our lives. But the truth of the matter is we are consciousness, and as consciousness, we are unlimited. We are powerful beyond our wildest dreams. Have you ever heard the story of how they tether a baby elephant to a stake to keep it from wandering away? Well, when that elephant is little, it's not big enough and strong enough to pull up that stake. It's taught from a very young age that the tether and stake keeps it tied to that spot. Essentially, it is programmed to believe that it doesn't have the power to break free. When that baby elephant is full grown and they tether the elephant, it could very easily pull up that stake, but because it's had all that programming from the time it was young, that stake keeps us in place, that tether keeps it in place, they continue to be held by that tether and that stake. They continue to accept the limitation that was placed upon them, or another way to say that is programmed into them at a very young age. So how many things do you continue, we continue to do or not do because we were taught at a young age that that's the way it was? How much of your life do you live on autopilot? How many foreign energies and how much foreign energy and programming is taking up space in your energetic field? How much is this keeping you from accessing your unique gifts and talents? How much is not having access to your life force energy creating limitations that prevent you from living the life that you've been dreaming of? So let's talk about some of the things that keep us from having a full and complete access to our life force energy and raising our vibe. And again, I just want to say that life force energy is synonymous with spirit, and we are spirit. So we each have a unique energetic signature. And I see this as being similar to when babies are born. If you've been around little babies and little kids, or if you have children of your own, you've probably noticed that each of those babies' personality is very different from the time they're born. So yes, we're all influenced by our surroundings and the way we're brought up and so forth. But we do come in as this unique individual. And so on an energetic level, we all have our unique type of energy that's basically it's an energetic signature that's, yes, it changes and it adjusts a little bit by the experiences we have in this life and the many other lifetimes we've led, but we do have a basic energetic signature. So let me talk about one of the first things that might make it difficult to bring your vibe up, or to really fully have your frequency and your vibration, because this unique vibration that I was talking about, or I'm talking about, is very, very high. And there's things that happen as we live this human experience that can affect that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first one is grounding. Our human energy systems operate in a similar fashion as electricity. Most of us are familiar with the ground in our electrical outlets. And also, you've probably heard of lightning rods. They act as a ground. They draw the lightning into the earth so that it won't do any damage. It's like the tallest, if you have a lightning rod on your property or your house, it's the tallest thing, and that's usually where the lightning will strike, which is why they tell you not to stand under a tree when there's a lightning and thunderstorm. So grounding in terms of the human energy field means to connect to the earth. And we naturally do this when we spend time in nature. This is one of the reasons that we feel really good when we go to the mountains or the woods or the river or the ocean or the desert or any other place that we enjoy going into in nature. We automatically connect energetically with the earth and begin to release all of the stuff that's not us. And our bodies, our physical bodies, are part of the earth, and they really love that connection. Most of us have a lot going on in our lives. We live in busy cities with lots of people and lots of chaos and lots going on. And it's easy to get disconnected from the earth and the grounding that it provides. Some of the symptoms of not being grounded are feeling spacey, feeling like you're bouncing off the walls, getting distracted easily, not being able to focus, and also being influenced and programmed by others, society, the media, and so forth. So what can you do to be more grounded when you're disconnected from the natural world? So I like to keep things really simple. And some of the programming in the collective consciousness says that if it's simple, it can't be powerful. And in my opinion, that's one of the biggest lies that has been perpetrated against us. So simply through intention, you can imagine connecting the image of a nice big tree trunk to the root chakra at the base of your spine and extending that image into the center of the earth and anchoring it in place. And if you'd like to take a moment, if you're in a place where you can do this, you can go ahead and just close your eyes and give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths. And then just be aware of that area near the base of your spine. That's where your root chakra is spinning. And just imagine that you're sitting on a nice big tree trunk. And as you sit on that tree trunk, that root chakra energetically connects to that tree trunk image. And you might feel that kind of clicking into place, so to speak. And when that happens, you might notice that your energy, or you start to relax a little bit more, your body starts to relax a little bit more. And all that stuff that you've been carrying around that's not yours, that might create tension, anxiety within you, just starts to naturally release. And as it releases into the center of the earth, it's transmuted by the earth. The earth is very powerful, can handle it. It goes right down into the center, the heart chakra of Mother Earth, and is transmuted. And it just gives you more space to have more of you in your body. So your thoughts are things, intention is very powerful, and your imagination is extremely powerful. So when you create this image of the tree trunk and the grounding, this is your very first step to raising your vibration, because you're letting go of what's not you. And then more of you can come in, more of that frequency, that high vibration that is your energy can come in And as you do this, you'll be reclaiming your energetic space and owning the powerful creator that you are. So that was the first block, being ungrounded. The second thing we're going to talk about is body awareness. You may have heard it said that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. The physical world is ruled by time and space, and as part of the physical world, so are our bodies. We're spirit, we are spirit, and in the spiritual realms, time and space doesn't exist. As spirit, we can be anywhere and anytime. We can be in the past, we can be in the present, which is preferable. So we're focused on what's going on here as we're experiencing being human. And we can be in the future, we can be in the astral levels, we can be with people we care for, we can be all over the place. And sometimes we are. So the thing is, a spirit doesn't like pain and it gets bored easily. So this may cause you to be easily distracted or to not want to be in the body, to be partially out of the body. Of course, we're never completely out of our body until we die. And we cut that cord is disconnected from our crown chakra. But bits and pieces of us tend to wander, so to speak. So when we're not completely in our bodies, it makes it easy for other energies to find their way into our energetic space. And you may remember from science class that statement that says nature abhors a vacuum. So as we released energy using that grounding, if we don't intentionally bring back our life force energy, our spiritual energy, then something else might find its way in there. And when we're not occupying our body fully, other energies find their way in there. So a simple way to bring your attention back to your body is just to begin to close your eyes like we did with the grounding and take a couple nice deep breaths, or even think about it as giving yourself a couple of nice deep breaths. And where your attention goes, your energy's going to flow. So as you bring your attention to your body, your energy is going to start to come back to your body. And the more you practice the grounding tool that I talked about, and the bringing your focus back to the body, the more you're going to be able to be in your body and be present. It might not always be easy if you've spent a lot of time out of your body, if you've had a lot of your energy scattered to the wind, scattered in so many different places, but it's just a practice like anything else. And the more we practice it, the easier it gets. So as you begin to do this, you're going to release many, many years of accumulated energies that have found their way into your space that don't belong to you. And this is going to help you to create more space for you to be able to reclaim your unique frequency, your unique brand of life force energy. And when you have more of your energy in your space, your vibration, again, will naturally increase because your natural vibration is very, very high. So the more you practice this, the more you'll be able to raise your frequency and your vibration. So the third block we're going to talk about is present time. The Power of Now, which is a wonderful book written by the well-known author Eckhart Tolle, goes into great detail about being in present time and how powerful it is. The only thing that is real is now. So how much are you operating off of your past experiences and recreating the past in your present? How much of your energy do you have out in the future wishing things were different from the way they are? When we're focused in present time, we diminish our ability to access, when we're not focused in present time, we diminish our ability to access our awareness and create something different. So being in present time is where our power lies. Being in present time, bringing that focus to our body, which is always in present time because it's part of the physical world, which is ruled by time and space, is going to help you to bring more of your energy back to you. So all change is created by accepting where you are and choosing something different in this now moment. One of the secrets of getting, being, and staying in present time is, of course, focusing on your body. Your body's always in present time. So the more you can say hello to your body, send your body some love and appreciation, the more you're going to be able to create that harmonious relationship with your body and be more focused in your body. Okay, so that was the third energy block. The fourth energy block I'm going to talk about is foreign energies and programming. So what are foreign energies? They're simply any energy that isn't yours. Yes, we all have the same energetic source, but you're not only unique physically, you also have a unique energetic signature, as I've been mentioning throughout this course here. You're a sum total of all your experiences throughout the eons of time that have existed. And beyond that, you started out with a unique frequency and a unique vibration. And because we live in a sea of energy, we interact with all things energetically all the time. We oftentimes give our energy away and we take on or receive energies from others. This isn't necessarily a problem, and it wouldn't be a problem if we simply let the energy flow in, experience it, and flow out. But what often happens is that it gets stuck in our energetic space and it displaces our energy, and our energy begins to flow around the foreign energy like water flowing around a rock in a stream. Not only does it displace our energy, giving us less ability to access it and the information contained within, but you may eventually begin to experience tension, pain, or disease in the body where your energy isn't occupying that space if this foreign energy isn't released. So distortions in the energetic matrix that our bodies are built upon eventually show up as distortions in the physical, which translate into pain and disease, etc. So go ahead and close your eyes again and just scan your body and notice if you have pain anywhere. Do you have any tension or pain, or maybe there's something that's really bugging you. Maybe you have some sort of something that's progressed into what we would label as disease in your body. So go ahead and imagine that you can breathe into that area. And as you do, just imagine collecting up all that stuff that's not you, all the pain, all the foreign energy. You might imagine collecting it into a nice big ball of energy. And then on the exhale, just imagine dropping it down that grounding cord. And just do this 2 or 3 times or 4 times. It really just takes a few seconds. And just notice what happens. Does it feel like the tension or the pain is lightening up? Do you feel a little bit of a sense of release or a relief? So this is a simple thing that you can do to begin to let go of these foreign energies. So the fifth thing we're going to talk about, the fifth energy block, is boundaries. So most likely if you're listening to this class, you're a giver. You enjoy helping others. You have a desire for those around you to be happy and well. And you may have the tendency to have a long list of things to do, and they usually entail taking care of others, taking care of everything else. And you might even not even be on the list, or you're at the bottom of the list. You may find yourself saying yes to requests from others when you really wished you would have said no. And these are some of the things that indicate that you may want to begin to practice setting stronger boundaries. So there's many ways to set boundaries, and I have found that one of the most powerful ways is to set those boundaries energetically, and then the energetic boundaries start to help us to have stronger physical boundaries. So we have an energetic egg-shaped bubble around us called the aura. And we're going to go ahead and close our eyes for a moment here. Just imagine in your mind's eye what your aura or what that big egg-shaped bubble looks like. Just get a sense of what size it is, how far away it is from your body. Does it surround your body evenly, or is it pushed off to one side or the front or the back? And just ask, what color or colors is your aura? So being aware of your aura is a great first step in setting stronger energetic boundaries. And as you do so, you will more easily be able to say no to others' demands when it is appropriate for you. So, number 6, the sixth energetic block that we might run into is we're going to talk a little bit about sympathy. So what does the word sympathy mean? The first thing that comes to my mind is when we send sympathy cards to someone who's lost a loved one due to death. In our society, we're often rewarded for feeling bad when others are feeling bad. And if we're happy when someone around us is sad, we may be told or get the feeling that we're being insensitive or mean. There's kind of this underlying current of how dare you be happy when I'm sad. Sometimes it's part of the whole misery loves company syndrome. And it's, people want you, if they feel bad, they want you to feel bad too. So all emotions vibrate at a specific frequency. And since at the quantum levels, we're all vibrating fields of energy, we have the capacity to shift energetically according to the environment that we're in. And our natural tendency is to match the vibration of the people around us. So in essence, when someone is sad and we match their vibrations, we probably will begin to feel sad because we're matching that frequency and that vibration of sadness. And as healers, this may be one of the ways that you have unconsciously been healing and helping others, oftentimes to your own detriment. I call this healing by the sponge method. The unconscious thoughts that are around this are, here, give it to me. I can handle it because I'm happy when you're happy. And so we tend to, as healers, wanting people to feel good, feel happy, we take that energy on, and oftentimes we do have the ability to absorb that energy and to transmute it. But too often what happens is this energy gets stuck in your energetic space, in our energetic space, and you begin to operate off of it or try to solve the problems contained in it. So this, I say, is the cosmic joke, and it's not even your energy. We take on this energy, we try to fix it, we try to solve it, and it's not even ours. We start to react from that energy. We start to, what I say oftentimes is to become the energy. So the truth is that if it's not yours, if it's not your energy, if it's not your problem, you can't even solve it. So you just end up kind of trying to punch your way out of a paper bag, so to speak, and it creates a lot of frustration. So what can you do? So the first step is to recognize that you are holding on to other energies that aren't yours, and you can simply choose to let it go down that grounding cord. Okay, so here we are at the 7th energy block that we're going to talk about today. So holding on to the past. So how many of us hold on to the past, wishing it could have been different? I know I do sometimes. It's been a tendency in my life. I know, and it's never been helpful. Even as long as I've been aware of the detrimental effects of this, I still have this tendency, which is something I've been working on for a long time. So most of the past time experiences that we hold on to are ones that have a strong emotional charge. This can be a strong negative emotion or even a strong positive emotion. It's the emotional charge of the memory that gets us stuck. So we carry around mental image pictures. So all of these memories that we have, they're actually holographic images on an energetic level. And I call them mental image pictures. And they're very much like computer programs running in the background of our computer. They take up valuable space on the hard drive of our computer. And in this case, we're talking about our energy field. They take up valuable space within our energy field. And these contain a lot of things that aren't even ours. They slow down the operating system on the computer. And in essence, they slow down our operating system because they keep us from having more of our energy to work with. So in regards to our space and our ability to utilize this creative energy, it makes it more difficult to create and to manifest and generate the life we would like to be living. So again, take a moment to close your eyes and just ask for a memory with a strong emotional charge to come up to the surface, bubble to the surface like bubbles in a boiling pot of water. And so as you begin to connect with that memory and the emotions in that memory, how do you feel? Are you beginning to actually experience those emotions in your body? Notice how your body is responding to the memory. So remember, the body lives in present time. So even though the situation you're remembering happened a long time ago, and you know it happened a long time ago, the body has been feeling and is still feeling and being affected by the emotions contained within this memory. And these emotions continue to affect the body in some way, even though it might not be very obvious or you're consciously aware of it. It may be very subtle and sometimes not so subtle. So again, what can you do? You can imagine as you connect to these emotions, just letting them flow out of your body, like water flowing down a drain, down that grounding that we created, and simply letting it go. And as you do this, just notice what happens. How does your body respond? Is there a little bit of a shift? Do you just feel like you want to take a deeper breath? Do you feel a little lighter, a little more relaxed? So hopefully you recognized some of these 7 energy blocks for yourself. I would encourage you to listen to this class again and take some notes. And as you do so, you may see an energetic pattern emerging. And you may want to explore when and why these patterns began. Often the patterns and habits that we have were put into place when we were quite young and unaware. Ah, so sorry. I so oftentimes these energy patterns were put into place when we were quite young and unaware, and they were put into place. Um, they kind of are created on an unconscious or subconscious level, and there's always a payoff. We always create these patterns because there's something within them that helps us to feel more peaceful or safer or whatever. So, but they're sitting there on an unconscious level, and they've been affecting us since they were put in place, and they're still affecting us now. And I think we all have probably heard that statistic or that percentage that our conscious mind is only conscious of about 10%, and our subconscious mind is um, is basically running, running us, so to speak, with that other 90% of information, and I call it programming, that has been sitting there. The subconscious mind is basically a recorder. It records every single thing that has happened to us in our life. And all that stuff is, and the subconscious mind is very related to the physical body. And again, the physical body is in present time. So everything in on those subconscious levels, according to the body and the way the body is experiencing it, is happening now. So it's all happening now for the body and for the subconscious. So we're definitely being affected on many, many different levels. So I hope this class is giving you some insight into the energetic world and how it affects you, and some of the ways that you can begin to really release your energetic blocks. If you would like to learn more, please check out my audio class that's listed below this video. And you'll learn a series of tools in that class that will build upon the things that we talked about today. You'll learn to release what's not you, reclaim what is you. You'll learn to operate from neutrality, connect more fully with the earth and the cosmic energies. You'll learn to be more anchored in present time and create healthier boundaries, replenish your energy, learn how to interact with others without giving away your energies or taking on theirs. You'll get to meet your spirit guides. You'll increase your ability to have more of what you desire. And you'll learn a tool that will help you to magnetize those desires into your physical reality more simply and easily by cleaning up the energy that may be interfering with your ability to manifest those things. You'll be able to embody more of your own energetic gifts and talents and your specific type of genius. And you'll be able to utilize those gifts and talents to live a more joyful and fulfilled life and enjoy happier relationships, better health, and increased financial prosperity, which is what we all would love to have. So thank you for joining me for this Energy Blocks workshop and learning a little bit about those 7 energy blocks that might interfere with your ability to be more of who you are. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.